Do we have enough recording to vote?
4 out of 6, right? Quorum?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Daniel didn't tell me if he was coming.
Thank you so
Angela
much.
said he was coming.
Yeah, that was yesterday. What Angelo does yesterday as opposed to today.
Yeah, I was in mindset to come yesterday, but today I am mindset
Hey,
to
at least today I didn't come at 3. Every time for the last like 6 months, I show up at 3 o'clock and then the meeting's not till 4. But yeah.
Oh, I guess we could call the meeting on. Okay, let's go ahead and call the meeting to order at 4 o'clock. Please turn off all electronic devices during the meeting, and let's stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Chairman Page,
Here.
Vice Chair Beavers, absent. Member Baldanegro,
Here.
Member Rodriguez,
Here.
Member Hartless, absent. Member Madaneski,
Here.
Member Jimenez.
Here.
Heartless is not on. Okay. Okay. Director's report.
Good afternoon, everybody. Staff is busy getting irrigation installed at Pop Harvey Park currently. We completed everything at Western Park, so that's ready to go for the trees. Also, the delivery of all the trees, remaining trees, is scheduled either for tomorrow or Thursday. So we'll have all the trees and staff. We'll start planting trees. We're in communication with APS as far as the tree planting day, Arbor Day event. And so Amy's got some information and she'll be working with Maria at APS to get the media stuff out there and published for those that are wanting to attend. Outside of that, we're just trying to keep our heads above water. Nora's let us hire one person, so we're actually completed the interview. So we've got an offer out to somebody to get us some to backfill the 3 positions that we're short. So hopefully he accepts. But outside of that, we're just doing the best we can, routine work at all the parks and cemetery. Any questions? Oh, one update on the APS. APS street lights or parking lot lights at Western Park are actually scheduled to start to go in tomorrow. So tomorrow and Thursday, they're going to start installing those. So that's a good thing.
So that's additional lighting?
In the parking
Yeah, it's
lot.
parking lot lighting that
Oh, okay.
Chief of Police requested based off of
Makes
everyone
sense.
knows the issues that we've had over there recent years, and the concerns that we have with how dark the area is. So that project is finally happening, and as it stands right now, tomorrow and Wednesday, or excuse me, tomorrow and Thursday.
Okay.
Is there a special rake or anything for the turf at the field to kind of keep the maintenance up that we can do during like
Think of like
practices?
a broom or something, right?
Yeah, because
Maybe.
you can already start. You could see it as soon as you run on it like that. It's already kicking up. Like if we before a game, we can all run it if we can keep one there. I don't know if there's a special one for turf.
We don't have anything purchased yet, so that is stuff that I had, we do have prices for, that I'm planning to put at least one in the budget for possible purchase. Obviously, council will need to decide that. They're extremely expensive, though, so
Yeah,
There's a couple of different options that he gave us, or the contractor gave us. So we'll look at the options and see what's best based on the pricing. Yes, it's difficult at times to keep all that stuff. I don't know how much impact it has on the actual play. You guys would know more than me.
I don't think it has impact on the actual play, but just to kind of keep it at bay where it sits inside the turf and it's not, because I think it's like that orange, I don't know if you've seen it, like that orange stuff that kind of starts resonating up. We can,
Yeah, so you have
rake it and
you
it'll
have the
go-
rubber, and then you have the lighter colored stuff, which is actually the cooling. It's the stuff that they install to actually keep the field a little cooler.
oh, okay.
So that's what you're seeing. I walked it this morning, and there's some areas where I saw some clumping of the black rubber, but not necessarily the lighter. It's almost like a dry sweep or verticulate material to keep it cool. I didn't see a lot of accumulation in spots of there, but a few outfield spots did have some areas where that seemed like the rubber was more so than the other areas. But
Right.
it's just something we need to watch and be mindful of. What they recommended, if we can't purchase it, to actually have them contracted to come out like once a year and actually run their equipment.
Okay.
They can come out and actually do it for us instead of having us purchase a piece of equipment. And what it does, it resets the tines on the grass and it gets that stuff to sit back down. And that's what this equipment does. It's very expensive, like I said. I would love to have one, but we're more or less looking for something we can actually drag and clean up the debris.
Oh,
So we did notice, or I noticed this morning, that we're getting a lot of blow trash from the outfield fence area that's coming in the warning track. And what that is, unfortunately, our windscreen is a 5-foot windscreen. I don't know why we have a 5-foot windscreen. It was built before I got here. We should install a 6-foot windscreen. 6-foot windscreen will bring the screen all the way down to the bottom and keep all of that trash and sand that blow in that bottom from getting all over that warning track. The warning track looks terrible. Cigarette butts, all kinds of stuff is getting blown through there. So we'll put in the budget to get a new windscreen to completely cover the outfield fence to hopefully eliminate that from happening. But yeah, we will be putting something in the budget, but that's more or less to actually clean up the trash and debris on the
Debris, yeah.
field, rather than reset the tines, because that equipment is very pricey.
Okay. Easter egg extravaganza. Any updates from anybody?
We have a little hiccup with Bingham. He said that he will know more tomorrow, but so we have 2 of them that are gonna be out now. Right now, Vince is out and then Red's out too. And he said that Jimmy wouldn't be able to run the tractor, but he may be able to loan it to us if we can find somebody to drive it.
Alex is pretty good, right?
I know, but Alex is gonna have all the kids. So if I'm working it, then Alex can't, then we're gonna have all of our munchkins run around the park, or Lauren can run it too.
Drive the trailer?
To drive the tractor that pulls the trailer.
I'm sorry.
You can drive a tractor.
I am
Well,
not
Nick.
tractor
Maybe.
material.
I'll see. I'll see if
Okay.
I can find
Okay.
somebody. So that's, if they do say that we can, I'll get somebody that they will, because Alex used to work there and
I can always ask David Page
Yeah.
too.
we've been volunteering him for a lot of stuff too.
Exile Lauren, but I'll ask David.
Yeah, I'll
Page.
tell David.
I did the program at Rotary last Thursday, and Rotary did say they have a $200 budget to supply eggs, so I just need to make that purchase.
Awesome.
How many eggs do we have? What's your office look like, Corey?
It's filling up. I don't have a head count of how many we actually probably have right now, but
I did kind of a head count that day. Kylene, what did I tell you? It's in the thousands.
In the thousands.
It's,
Okay, good.
I want to say safely 4,000. There could possibly be more.
That's good.
Safely 4,000.
It's like 1,000 for each section, is that what we're?
Not
The only thing
egg
is
farm.
last year, it felt like there wasn't enough
Mhm.
to go around, so.
The egg farm donated holy cow, let me tell you, when they got delivered, I happened to be there, or I was in the vicinity or whatever, and so Erica called me over, and the three of us kind of unpacked. They gave us probably the little stuffed Easter bunnies, hundreds of them. I mean,
Those are those ones I showed you. It's 3 boxes of.
So we're thinking the Easter Bunny could hand those out,
Easter
maybe?
Bunny can hand those out, or they're even, like, if we want to put those, like, for
Out
the
there
little
too,
kids
yeah.
in
Oh,
there to
okay.
pick up eggs and stuff, and maybe just tell the parents one stuffed animal per kid, whatever, you know. And then there was Easter Bunny ears, all different colors.
Cool.
So 150 of those.
I purchased, just to donate, I got like 80 baskets.
Perfect.
I had them at home so we could pre-fill some of those baskets and give them to the kids.
Oh, maybe even like pre-fill some for infants with the little
Yeah,
stuffed
because
animals.
you know, they're
Yeah.
not like we can kind of do something like that, because I could just take the baskets over and then we could pre-fill
Yeah.
Okay.
that. And I don't mind buying more baskets if we need, because I think the day that I went, I took everything that was on the shelf at Walmart. It's just horrible, but yeah, so I could just go get some more baskets if we need.
I
Did
will
they-
tell you guys. Oh, sorry.
to need to match what those items are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So if it's like 150 of them, I'll just buy more baskets to go
Okay.
with the 150.
Okay.
So we can.
And then did we get the prizes donated
So
from
I
Walmart?
haven't followed up with Walmart because I've been busy, but I will this
Okay.
week. Yeah.
I will say too, Amy had printed off color sheets for me to hand out to the schools. I was gonna do that on Monday, just because I didn't want to give it to them too soon and they lose it or whatever, so I'm gonna show up Monday.
That gives them the whole week to pass them out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Blake Monument,
I don't know what
LaPera
Monument is. Is that Bullhead Paper?
Monument, yeah.
If you want
Monument
to,
Peak.
Danielle goes out there to pick up her boys.
Okay.
So if anytime I need anything out there, she can run it out there, so
Okay.
you don't have to drive them all the way out
Okay.
there.
Yeah, so Blake, Monument Peak, Wallace Elementary, and LaPera is what I, okay. What were you gonna say, Erica?
Oh, we probably will need a stuffing party.
Yeah.
At the
as
chamber?
There's so many that aren't.
Because I could, like I said, I'll go buy more baskets and then we'll set up a date so
Yeah.
we can be over there.
Because I've had our girls doing it when they can, but we've been really busy at the chamber, so there's probably over 1,000 eggs that need stuffing.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm kind of available next week anytime, so I can get with you too.
And you
so.
guys feel free to come in too if you just want to.
Food truck's good.
I'll let you know.
How many vendors do we have? I feel like we're slacking on the vendors.
Jackie said yes. She
Okay.
would be there. She's gonna be selling little stuff, Easter stuff.
We have FFA and we have the hand washing station being donated still, so FFA's still gonna set up where they normally
Yeah,
do.
and they're gonna set up the hand washing station. Steve, they do have to set up the hand washing station on Friday because they don't work, River Septic doesn't work on Saturday. I did tell them that you guys don't work on Friday, but they're gonna put it at the same place they did last year,
Okay,
so.
should be good. Should be good.
So I have FFA, River Church, Parker Panthers, Chamber.
We are gonna do the
Bunny.
lemonade.
Oh, yeah, we're doing the bunny.
Lemonade.
That's right.
Okay,
Oh, we're not doing coffee?
Somebody told me not to do coffee anymore because that date is supposed to be 92.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Makes sense.
Coffee.
I'll take
I
personal
did
coffee.
speak with our town manager today and am currently filling out the application for the,
concession stand.
yes. And I did put on there selling lemonade for the extravaganza, just because I don't want anybody to think that we're just doing this as the chamber because we decided we wanted to go and make money, but rather like a partnership with Parks and Rec.
Okay.
Okay.
LPRH with Mandy, Miss La Paz County, and Teen. I don't know if that includes Miss Parker, and Miss Parker Teen.
When I talked to,
but I mean, just royalty is.
yeah, she just said whoever royalty will be there, Miss Dude and Mr. Dudette will be there.
Okay. Elks said they would go, and then Seroptimus is still doing the coloring contest.
Yes. If
Okay.
not, I will handle it.
Okay. That's all I have so far.
And then for the gifts, again, remind me, how many do we need?
I thought we said, well, okay, so what age groups?
We said
I thought we said 6, but what did that? So like,
0 to 2, 2 to 4, 5 to 7, 8 to 10, 11 to 13 for the coloring contest.
Yeah, so those were the gifts that we need to
Mhm.
get for that, the ones that I'm going to go to
5.
Walmart and ask, so it's 5 baskets.
Mhm.
5 baskets, yeah.
With that being said, last town council meeting, Councilwoman Shantz donated $20 to Parks and Rec because she didn't want to go out and buy the eggs. So how about, since we have so many eggs right now, how about I give you that $20 and you can put it for one of those prizes? Does that work?
That works.
Yeah, if there's not any, if anything,
I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works, you know, like if you're gonna give me
Let's see if they
money
they'll
that was
donate it.
donated, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know how that,
we'll run it by Councilwoman Shantz.
Yes.
See how she feels.
5 baskets.
And then for the Easter egg, we're still doing the same thing, the cross 0 to 2, or 0 to 2,
I don't remember what the
3 to
ages were
5, or
last
whatever,
year.
but
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same
but
thing, right?
Are we expanding it a little bit larger?
I
Like, not
don't think-
expanding it, like just the area, because it's like this, right? But
think-
just more area, you know?
Each
But we-
section were equal.
Yeah, but
Um,
maybe add a couple more feet in
Yeah,
there.
because we won't have the bouncy houses, which took up a lot of room. We could have gone another probably 20 feet towards the basketball hoop last year, but we had all of that area was bouncy houses.
I was just saying, because like,
So we
I
could
know
just
that when
make
they
'em.
stand there, like in line to go get the eggs, it's like a whole,
Yeah.
Be a challenge. The reason being is because we purchased 100-foot
only so much feet
um,
of fencing.
fencing, oh, okay.
And
Oh, okay.
so they're 100-foot sections essentially. We do have additional fencing. I just don't know if we have 50-foot rolls that we could extend, say 50 feet maybe.
Mm. Okay.
So, yeah, we can certainly look at it when we're doing
Maybe
it.
just add a little bit more, just because I know in my mind, I could just see that the kids were just standing there.
Yeah, and they were falling over each other because
Yeah.
it wasn't a very big space.
Yeah.
I was gonna get rope to kind of rope off the front sections,
Maybe like hazard, like caution tape or something.
caution tape or something, just because.
I have
oof.
caution tape,
You do?
a little bit,
Think we're gonna have some.
if we need it, yeah.
We have lots of caution tape.
Okay, good, okay.
Angela has some in his back pocket right now.
When you say, what are you trying to do there? Because if you're thinking that
Well,
we
just
can-
to keep, because before what's her name, used to be on the board where you were sitting? No, the person you took over a long time ago. I just remember, yes, she would like have like a paddle in her hand and was like, just kind of like, stay away,
Oh,
and like
yeah,
kept
yeah.
keeping
to
kids
go
out.
that distance, though, we would have to have some, either some vertical panels or some barricades to connect the tape to.
Yeah. Or maybe
Otherwise,
we could just kind of keep our eye, I guess,
Be
just kind of keep
challenging.
our eye on it and be like, you guys gotta, maybe the announcer could be like, yeah, kids, just stay away from the Easter egg
we could
area.
paint,
We're
we
not-"
could paint a line, though.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
maybe we'll
that
paint a
would be
line.
good.
Certainly paint a line.
I like that. I like
Like a
that
start
idea.
line for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
sections,
yeah.
that'd be
Paint
good.
line. I like that.
Like, if you're not behind that line, we're not starting, you guys gotta get back there. You guys gotta go, guys gotta
Clear
go.
your baskets, put the eggs back.
Parents,
Yes.
please step away from your children, let your children go into the area. Eggs.
Let's see. Anything else on that?
Has anybody tried on the Easter? I guess we'll do it on Thursday,
I
right?
gave it to the chamber.
We have it at the chamber.
Do I need to iron it?
I almost, yeah, because I don't want to ruin it and then it be my fault.
You
So-
can. I mean, I don't care. You can iron it if you want to. Because I'm almost just gonna throw it in the dryer almost. See if it'll let
It
go
probably
out.
needs to be aired out for sure.
Okay.
Love, give some love to it. Just maybe
Little
steam
bit.
it and fluff it.
Yeah, we have a costume this big and a box this big. Unless Corey's tried it on and we don't know. I mean,
I have a steamer we could take over there one day, we're having a stuffing
oh yeah,
party.
that
Okay.
might be
When
easier.
are you gonna use it?
April 17th.
Okay, cool. Okay, so next week sometime we can go over there.
Okay.
Do you guys want the stage?
Stage? No.
I don't think we've used it in the
We
past.
didn't use the stage.
We
last-
haven't, I'm just asking
Yeah.
if.
No,
you-
it's okay.
Okay.
Okay, tree planting ceremony, anything?
No.
What time is that gonna, do we have any idea
10
about?
o'clock,
10
you guys
o'clock?
agreed 10 o'clock.
Okay, sorry, I
was the
didn't write
time.
that down on my calendar, so.
Arbor Day, so it's all set. Like I said, Amy's, thanks for her help. She's gonna be working with Maria to get the social media, get it blasted out there and advertising and whatnot. And the way it's going to work is, obviously, we're going to plant trees as soon as they come, except for over there at Western Park, we're going to leave 5 or 6 along the open grass area for the planting event.
Ceremony, yeah.
Because, I mean, we're going to be planting over almost 40 trees here. And so obviously we're not going to have an event to where everyone's planting 40 trees. So it's just going to be a ceremonial, more or less, of these 5 or 6 trees along that grass area.
Aaron Hillfield grand opening? Still for Friday?
Ribbon cutting,
5:15.
Are we expected to be there?
Yes.
Oh. Yes.
I just need to put it on my calendar. I just need to put it on my calendar.
That's what I'm doing right now.
At 5:15?
So
This
Parker
Friday.
Little League and Aaron Hill.
And I think on the email I sent out, it's just ceremony starting at 5:15 with the game to follow, in case our ceremonies take 5 minutes or take 15 minutes. If anybody from Parks and Rec would like to speak, you're more than welcome.
Maybe our Parker Little League president and Parks and Rec person would like to
You
speak.
could wear double hats, dual hat day.
Maybe
Parker
EDC,
Road
I'll
and
throw on 3
and
hats
Parker
that day.
Rotary, yeah.
And
Dad.
EDC, that's 4 hats in
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Do you need our speaker?
Yes, absolutely. Does it come with a microphone?
It does.
Mm-hmm. Please.
Okay. Okay.
Will we not? We won't have that by then, huh?
No, we have it.
No,
It's,
we ordered
We
a
won't.
different hat, second hat.
oh, chamber.
Yeah.
Chamber, yeah.
We're ordering a new one.
Yeah, because that other one's really heavy. Really heavy.
Did we say 5:15?
Yeah, 5:15. Okay.
Where is it though?
I want to say it's
Over at
at
Pop Harvey.
Pop Harvey in the concession stand. I can come by and get it, or
Yeah, just let me know when you want to come get it.
yeah, I can
We'll-
come get
we'll-
it
we can-
tomorrow or something. Probably tomorrow at 12.
We'll grab it and we'll bring it over here. So
Okay.
it's at Town Hall.
Okay. 4th of July parade. We can wait on that.
Well,
or
did
is there
they
anything else?
talk to the attorney? That was the thing we were waiting on last time, is if the attorney gave us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. She doesn't care? Perfect. All right. As long as she didn't tell us no. Mhm.
Is that, what are your thoughts on that?
It's the middle of summer and I gotta pay Public Works to be there, to shut roads down
Hmm.
on a holiday weekend.
Well,
The cost of that is huge for the town.
we can talk about it next time.
Yeah, we can table it.
Back to school bash, table it until next time.
Just maybe start thinking about
I know. it's
where
already
we want to have it.
I believe, weren't we going to not have the back-to-school bash this year?
I
Any
think that
discussion
was
on
the, no, not the back to school bash, the summer rec
Summer
program.
rec program. My bad.
We're not
My
having
bad.
that? We're not having
Not
a
the
summer
rec program.
Do we know why? Oh,
Yes, summer rec
Budget
program,
purpose.
which is
Yeah.
right here.
Why? Am I not allowed to ask right now?
Budget is what I was told.
It's on the next new business.
okay.
Really quick, just in case any of you guys want to know, on April 30th at noon, PACE is holding their annual summer meeting where they're gonna discuss all of their summer events.
Okay.
And also, if I would, I'm trying to confirm for the pamphlet that goes out for dates. So the Back to School Bash, because it gets published before all this stuff is done, July 27th. Trunk or
Yes.
treat, obviously, the 31st. tree lighting event, December 6th, Friday, December 6th.
So we had,
Hold on.
yeah, go.
Go-
Me
no, go
hold
ahead.
on, or,
No.
so we had thrown around the idea of
Oh.
moving that from Friday to Saturday, remember, and making it
The back to school bash?
no, the tree lighting.
Oh,
I'm making it an all-day event.
Making it an all-day event that ends with the tree lighting, but doing it on a Saturday rather than on the Friday, because it's.
I think the
people-
reason we've tried to do it on the Saturday, but we kept falling on the same day as the light parade.
So the light parade won't be until the next weekend.
Okay.
Sir Optimus does it the second.
And I jumped ahead, so it is on the new business as an action item for you guys, so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My apologies.
Oh, Halloween's on a Friday this year.
Yes. I wonder if I have the kids.
Okay, so if there's anybody that can go to the April 30th meeting at noon from one of us, that would be great.
What time is it at? Do you know?
Noon.
I can go. It's Pace
Yes.
at Players.
Yes.
I'll be there as well, yeah.
A summer meeting.
Okay.
At noon. Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay.
Okay.
Discussion and action to approve last meeting's minutes.
Motion to approve the meeting minutes from March 11th.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Eileen seconds. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I'm like, why are you looking at me?
What am I supposed to say? All opposed? Okay, motion passes. Just kidding. Okay, vacant seat.
So we're just, so
For-
it's not really a discussion, we're just not doing the summer program, right?
It's not even on here.
Yeah, it's right there. Summer
Second item.
recreation program, second line.
Oh, you have,
Am I looking at the wrong one? Oh,
Which, as a liaison, I highly recommend.
summer rec program. Okay. Any discussion?
I mean, I thought it went really well last year. It was
Is that
very-
grant funded?
No,
So it's just out of town
out
budget?
of, yeah,
it's in our-
town.
That's what our budget is for that.
And what did we pay last year?
It wasn't around like $20 an hour for however many hours or somewhere around that range.
What was the cost?
Exactly what the dollar amount was. But we have teachers fighting over who's gonna do summer rec program this year because the pay was.
It was
Was outstanding.
good, yeah. Well, also, she had to deal with 30 kids for 4 hours.
It was comparable to what a summer teacher makes.
Yeah, the summer school.
No, she said it was pretty comparable. Yeah, she said it was pretty close. Because about what the summer,
Because she didn't do summer school in order to do ours.
yeah,
But it didn't go outside of our budget, correct?
right,
Because you cut the weeks down.
right.
It was.
For 4
typically
weeks.
it's longer,
Mhm.
which would make the salary less,
Less.
but you kept the same salary and shortened the program, which made that salary
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, because she requested for time off to have a vacation with her family as well, so.
And for holidays and things.
Right. So, do we have any more discussion on it, or?
Can I throw out just one other thing? Just because we have it in the budget, doesn't mean we necessarily have the funds or the money. Sort of like how you budget at the end of at the beginning of the year for your yearly budget at home. Then 3 paychecks in, somebody's sick and we don't have that income coming in. Right now, we're just at I'm holding on. So we can get our grants going, back flowing again. When does
your budget end? The fiscal, is it a fiscal year that you guys do? So October?
June.
Oh, June. Okay.
So, we haven't, our grants have been kind of put on hold for a little while, that we typically get due to, well, we all know, our, government and some of that thing, so we're just being very, very cautious right now with funds going out.
And remember, we're a recommending board, so, I mean, we can recommend what we want,
I would
but
recommend to
count,
keep on doing it.
council gets to,
Make-
Yeah, because it was a good program and it was highly, people started talking about it. And it's one of those things, I feel like if we do it and then we don't do it, then it's even harder to get it going back again. So I feel like, just like with anything, you skip a year, people are like, and then,
Forget about it.
yeah, we kind of got the interest going back again. It was really successful. We had a lot of kids that really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would suggest.
we
as
had
a-
30 kids each session, right?
It was full.
Okay. I'll have to ask Erin how she, or what she thought about it.
And is it
Yeah.
free for the kids to attend?
It's free for the kids to attend, and then last year, I know we didn't get the ball rolling, but fast enough, or something had to do with the CRIT's work program. So she did say that, she would have been able to do more activities had she had a little bit of help, but we couldn't get anybody for the work program. So this year, if we do have that, we would like to get that going sooner rather than later, so she had some assistance.
And I remember last year we had a lot of dialogue as far as where they could do the program at. Where did we end up having that done at last year?
Ended up doing it at Blake, and then there was going to be one day that we went to AWC, but I don't think we ended up having to do that. So they did both of them at Blake because at the
That seems like
cafeteria,
so long
Mhm.
ago.
she had the cafeteria, the drop-off was really easy.
Right.
She had access to the swing sets to go outside in the early mornings, and then it was in the gymnasium area, in the cafeteria during the day to do other activities.
In a perfect world, could we still say that would be the ideal location
if-
for?
Yeah, we would have to talk
I think there
to
was, the only issue was like AC, they were having the AC worked on
Yeah,
for
one of the
one of the
days.
days or something like that. So I think in a perfect scenario, yeah, we would like to do it back at Blake if
Yeah,
possible.
so if we do get the okay to do it, we would reach out to Salem.
Because
make
we were
sure that
also
have
like,
the-
what about the dome? But then summer
Dome
school
was
goes
harder to,
Right.
the AC for the dome, they don't
run
keep
it.
it going.
Mhm.
Blake would already be going and running because they had summer school there. So,
Well, I
So
think
we are gonna ask for it to be,
the purpose for our committee would be to have it pushed forward, to have council make the decision on
Okay,
funding it or
so,
not.
yep.
Is there a possibility to have like a small fee for per kid or to offset the costs or any different, like, I don't know, like, because one kid, it's 4 hours a day, correct?
Mhm.
I mean, $5 a day, something like that per kid is not unreasonable.
Yeah.
If I got a kid that's sitting around at the house all day, I would pay that instantly for 4 hours, that's,
Yeah, and that may be
it
something.
keeps them busy. And then on top of that, it's one teacher per 30 kids. That is an insane amount.
That's why we need this, we needed
So-
CRIT to do,
My second question would be is what about like, high school clubs or anything? If we can reach out like Seroptimists that are, volunteers that can assist, maybe?
or FFA.
That's a possibility, or FFA.
Explorers.
I mean,
that
if we can
maybe
reach
wanna
out to
come
them
in
to
and
see if
do
they'd want to
something.
assist in helping the kids, our SROs, I could bring that, and with Parker PD and assistant, maybe
And
they,
if we can come up, I think we only did
have
it
a day
4
to
days.
hang
We
out.
didn't do it on Friday. It was Monday
Right.
through Thursday because Fridays, even if we did one club per day, so we had, S Club on Mondays.
Yeah, break it up,
Yeah,
so
break
we
it
can-
up to where each.
it's not
club-
overbearing for the kids.
Yeah,
Cause
and
I'm
it's something different, something exciting, maybe even like an activity that had to do with that. If we got FFA in there, it could be like a,
Is this something that we'd have to present to the board as far as an actual legit, like, for approval for, this is what we would do, in charge and do that, or would they be able to set that standard?
Last year, Aaron presented it to us last
but
year.
we
what
don't
she would
present
want
it to council. You typically will go back and talk to council during a meeting, right?
Yeah, it comes from, yeah. I speak as the liaison, but it comes from you or Amy, correct? Like, yeah.
So like they'll bring it up in a council meeting. Parks and Rec is recommending yes or no for this program,
Like, we would like to keep it.
and then Erica would kind of speak,
Right.
you
But
know.
obviously, we're on, the budget is tight, so maybe to offset some of that, just,
We could do
$5.
option, you know, we could option to charge, or maybe, you know, we always reach out to people to,
We can add in sponsors.
I'm tired of asking people for
Yeah,
sponsors.
I mean-
I'm so tired, yeah.
They'd probably need to
But
know.
I don't think $5 is unreasonable, and when you compare it to
No.
anything else, $5, even $10, whatever number we come up with, I think it's Monday through Friday?
it's Monday through Thursday.
So it's $20 a week. I mean,
Yeah, and we could even maybe reach out to, I know Crit will sometimes help with.
But
find-
Crit does theirs for free during the summer.
Yeah, but I'm saying if we had tribal members that did
If they
go,
could pay those
they could
portions.
pay the portions for tribal members. They're usually pretty good about that.
We could ask, who's our liaison for tribal?
Oh, Billy.
Beeson.
We also, just so you guys know, for their summer program, their summer work program, their applications are due June 2nd. So I'm sure that like right closely is when they'll have to go get their jobs. So just that date in your head, June 2nd, their applications are
When
due.
did we have it last year? What were the 2 session dates?
There's 2 weeks in June, 2 weeks in July, wasn't it?
Because I know with the crit, their workshop thing that they do for the kids, like you can go and present that your company is gonna need somebody, and they could put you on the list for tentatively.
Yes.
And sometimes they have an overflow, and sometimes they don't have enough kids applying, so kind of just depends.
I thought we didn't do it 4th of July. We didn't do it the week of 4th of July. I remember that because,
I want to say we did 2 weeks in June, 2 weeks in July, only because I know Erin like goes to Miss Arizona for a week in June, so she like broke it up. somehow
Oh,
like
that's
that.
right.
mhm.
If we did that again,
Well, will Crit be
I
at
mean,
the
it kinda-
PACE meeting?
depends what they should be
With
typically.
all hopes, yes,
So that might be a time that I can make notes and try to figure it out.
and see what everybody
see
else
what
has
else-
already set in
mhm.
date. Yeah.
When would this need to be on the council's agenda to approve or deny? Okay,
I would say hopefully by May though, like the next meeting for you guys.
In a
yeah,
May meeting?
because-
Yeah, so if I go to that meeting in the end of September, take notes, try to figure out what the
end
dates
of
were.
April,
End
yeah.
of April, yeah. Why did I say
Ask
that?
Erin.
Well, Erin said she can't do it this year.
No, I know, but what her years, what her.
Oh, yeah.
Last year.
So we'll
Okay,
just
so
table
May
that.
meeting,
Back.
Back last year and tell us what the, give us a good report. But
She did come back, didn't she come back to one of the meetings and give us a
I
report?
don't remember.
I'm pretty sure.
I thought she did too.
I'm
Was that
sad
like
that
a personal report she gave
she already
me?
said she's not gonna be able to do it.
Say that might.
yeah, she said that she has a couple teachers though that are asking about it.
there's several teachers.
They're already asking you.
When are your council meetings in May?
Every other Tuesday at 6 p.m.
Every other Tuesday.
The first and third.
The 6th and
And
the,
the 20th.
okay, so the 6th, let's try to plan to get that on the agenda for the 6th.
Get it on that sixth meeting, I gotta have it
Okay.
for
We meet on May 13th, but if we could try to get
And it's on
something
April
done,
30th.
Okay.
presented, okay.
That Wednesday before.
So can we table this for the next, like to approve or deny for the next meeting that we have? Yes?
Mhm.
Why don't we just approve it and then
Approve it and then,
see what
We'll
council
approve
says?
it and
If
then
council says,
put-
yeah.
we'll
Okay.
take
So
the
I'll
next
take
few
a-
weeks to put our stuff together to
I'll take an
present.
action on that then.
If you're gonna approve, what are you gonna approve? Are you gonna approve just doing the program, or are you gonna approve charging for the program? Or
We're gonna approve to do, well, you guys decide.
Program with
I'm not gonna
accommodations.
speak for you guys, but
give us a direction that you wanna go?
Well, if we can get it approved without charging, that would be ideal. But if they say no, then maybe we can counter with, okay, we'll charge.
I personally think it would be better to come with already at all.
ready
This
to
is an
go.
option, because,
The more you can lay out.
yeah, the more you lay out, the more it's easier to get the head nod.
But we don't know if we'll get 30 kids paying $5. There might not be, and then we're gonna charge and we'll have a summer program that doesn't necessarily work because we've never charged for it before. So if we say we're gonna pay for it itself and we don't get then it's gonna end up coming out of the budget anyways. So that's what I'm saying, is if we can get it approved and then charge, you get what I'm saying?
But if we
Yeah.
get it approved, then we don't have the
If we-
funding. We don't have the budget.
We're gonna need the funding up front anyways.
But council can also discuss that, like if we do and don't, I would say just approve the summer recreation program, and then if council comes back and says, no, we don't have the funding,
Then we can come back and say,
Because we're
hey,
gonna
Try
need the
and
funding up
say-
front. We're not gonna be able to count on the kids paying to fund it, because if nobody shows up, we still gotta pay whoever's running it.
Do we know ballpark what we paid last year?
Yeah, it was-
I mean, it would be
I'd
in
have to
the-
go back and
in
look.
the minutes.
Yeah, I'd have to go
Yeah.
back and look. I don't know.
We can.
I want to say it was like $20 an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember being somewhere in that $20 an hour range.
And then it was also
weeks?
because we had a teacher do it. It wasn't just
4
somebody
weeks
like.
total.
We had
2
a
weeks
district
and then
teacher
2
come and do
weeks.
it. So I think that's why we were more, I was more for like, we'll pay her the money because you're actually getting a teacher. You're not getting somebody that is not, doesn't have the capability of dealing with 30 kids.
And it's 4 hours, total today, right?
A day, yeah.
Yeah.
It was 8 to 12.
So
Because they
we're
would drop off.
approving to keep it on.
That's what I'm
right?
saying. We're approving to
Okay.
keep it on and then see what they say.
and sorry, I would have done more homework or talked to a few people. I didn't even know this was on
I
here
didn't know
today.
that it wasn't a thing either.
I was blindsided with that one.
So do we want to approve or do we want to take action?
Yes, I would say we want to move forward with.
Okay, can I
I
get
make
a
a
motion?
motion that we move forward with the summer recreational program.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, it's been approved, first and seconded. What am I supposed to say again?
Any other questions?
Any
or-
discussion? All opposed?
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. Okay, number 3 for the vacant seat. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. If you guys want to look that over and then give me your guys' thoughts.
I'll go ahead and start while you guys are looking, but I mean, all 3 of these individuals I feel would be an asset to our board. I do have one that kind of sticks out just a little bit because it seems like we constantly bring this individual up for a lot of related town events, and that's Zach Com. With his commitment with pace and everything it seems like we do that involves maybe having to ask him, I think he would be a great fit to our team. So he'd be my recommendation.
He is also my recommendation.
Same.
Do you have anything?
I don't know, Zach Com, so I rely on your judgment for him personally. I know the other 2 are that sit on boards, and I think if with what you're saying about him and the other 3, they're all seem like they're very qualified candidates.
I'm almost curious if we could have like alternatives. When somebody can't make a meeting, can another one step in? Does anybody know that?
We've never had them, but I don't know if it's in the,
Especially
the
like for like
library had one.
events. Like when we do events, if we can have like.
Auxiliary
they're not, like,
members?
On the committee, maybe just like a sideboard or something that we can have like
Because sometimes if some.
the volunteer help crew for the Parks and Rec Committee when we go to do events, like the Easter event, it's a big event, Christmas event, big event.
well, I think you guys are allowed to have any sort of volunteers that you guys recruit for any event. That shouldn't be an issue.
I mean, my kids are always volunteers at the,
But having
Volunteers.
a backup committee member.
I thought the library had a backup.
I- I
Carissa said at one
Like
point, I
the
thought.
VFW,
But
we
that
have-
was a long time
we have
ago.
auxiliary
something, I
members
just,
that may
I
sit.
don't know, we'll need to look at it if that's what you want to do.
yeah, can we look at that? Because then we can't, we could let the other girls that applied, let them know that they could be as
Yeah.
liaisons.
Just go ahead
kind of
and
thing.
move forward with Zach to fill the position, but look into keeping the other two or
Then we could reach out to Karina and
Kat.
Kat.
Okay.
Go ahead, Corey, if you want to make your motion.
Yes, I'll go ahead and motion to approve Zach Com's application to join Parks and Rec.
I second that motion.
I don't like this part. Is there any more discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion passes for Zach Com to fill the vacant seat. Okay. And then the discussion for the 2025 schedule of events. Oh. Question, sorry. Does Amy or you reach out to him to tell him he's been on our board? Because I know he has to get approved through council first.
It's Amy.
Okay, just checking. Okay. 2025 events? I had the stuff written down.
So,
Back to school, so starting,
July 27th, back to school,
July 27th.
because we do that on a
Great.
Sunday.
the 31st. Tree lighting, like we were just speaking of, December 6th, so is that one day that you want to change the date?
So that's where, like I said, last year, we saw a lot of, we saw a lot of promise to make it a little bit of a bigger event. We had some conflicts with the chambers, Christmas like, what was it, she wasn't on there yet, their potpourri type thing, whatever it is.
Bazaar.
Oh,
Bazaar,
bazaar.
thank you, that's what.
We'll not hold a bazaar this year.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So instead of holding bazaar, we were thinking of kind of making it that an all-day thing. So if we wanted to do games and we wanted to do stuff like that, making it a little bit longer an event and then ending with the tree lighting. So we could do like a bazaar, we could have food trucks, we could have games, we could have,
Would it be okay if we had the chamber already do that, so we're not necessarily in charge of?
well, that's what we would kind of do. Like the chamber would have a little part of it. We would do our
Partnership in conjunction with.
Our
Okay.
part would be the tree lighting, which is what we have always done.
Okay.
So that was what we had kind of discussed.
Have you guys ever been to, this is totally, it's on subject, but it's kind of a little bit off. Have you guys ever been to Blythe's Christmas celebrations? Anybody? Absolutely amazing. It's a day full of events, literally a day full of events. They start like that morning with the Tamale Festival. They go into Ace Hardware, throws this like huge snow thing. Then they go into their light parade that starts at 6 and it ends at the park. And then at their park, they have this huge, huge festival with vendors, rock climbing things. They have a beer garden. We can't do a beer garden at our park, but beer garden. But it's a whole day full of nothing but Christmas activities. Santa Claus comes to the park from the parade. Like he rides the parade to the park. That's just a
Well, I
nice
know we wanted to try to do the parade and tree lighting with Sir Optimus, but they didn't want to move, which I don't blame them, want to move off of their main.
Because they can't do it the parade you can't get to the parade to Western. You would have had to move the tree lighting to Pop Harvey.
And I get it, like Parker is very much same song and dance. We don't change anything. If we do, oh my God.
Yeah.
I will just say, as a community member, Fridays were a little bit difficult. Like last year when I was asked to MC, I had to make sure to get off work early. I had to go pick up the kids. I had to be
Right.
there, like, you know,
Yeah.
just.
And we couldn't, the pictures with Santa were not ideal because the sun was going down. We needed better lighting. So we could have had a way better Christmas pictures with Santa during the day. You know, so it doesn't have to be necessarily a 12-hour event, even if it started at 2, you know, 2 to dark, you know.
Right.
We could get Calvary to do games. We could get all of the different organizations to do fun stuff.
Saturday would be
So we're thinking December 6th this year. Okay.
That's Friday, December 6th.
So
a
the
Saturday.
7th.
7th.
December 7th is Saturday.
Are you on the right year? Because
I'm on
Halloween also is
2025.
not on a Friday.
I'm on 2020, we're in 2025, right?
25th, it's a 6th, it's a Saturday.
Okay, hold on. I'm still on Town of Parker back
Are
to school
you guys
bash.
on the right calendar?
So back to school bash was the 27th, right?
So we're gonna do this.
December 6th is a Saturday?
Is that what everybody else has?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Mine says it now.
Okay, I think you all are on the wrong. Because Halloween is on a Friday, my friend.
And then the
Yeah,
color
I'm-
run, is it still going to be the 17th?
That's crazy. What was that? I'm sorry.
MLK weekend?
January 17th for the color run.
Put it on.
Sounds good.
Keeps on getting
Which
better
would be in
and better. Hopefully
2026,
this year we
obviously.
can get the little blow up thing.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
I know.
January
be an all-day event, right?
17th. The tree lighting, yes.
Well, not like all day, but you know,
Yeah.
hot cocoa in the morning.
And then Easter next year, April 4th. Well, excuse me, Easter extravaganza, the April 4th. Easter's on the 5th.
Oh, wow, okay.
Well, wait, ooh, because remember, Expo's always the first Saturday in April, the Healthy La Paz Expo. Always the first Saturday.
Well, they're going to have to change. We can't change Easter.
I didn't know if we were thinking maybe the
I
end
think
of
it did
March.
End of
but
May, yeah, March.
End of March? No.
We're not changing it. We do ours before Easter.
You heard,
Can
you
we
heard
put
the
our
woman
application
speak.
in now so we can win? Sorry, Mandy.
We combine.
Was that a yes
I
for
mean,
that day,
that
or?
actually might.
April
Combine events.
4th.
What we're here
That's, I'll tell you, they take a lot of room, and we take up a lot of room.
Yeah, I was at that event this last weekend and there was probably 30 booths. So
I would say Easter extravaganza, April 4th. It's a Saturday before Easter.
Okay, who's gonna let Mandy know?
I can.
And Parker Rotary, just so you know as well, I know it's Poston Rotary. That's usually your razor dinner.
True.
And that's-
Corey's like, oh,
are
I
you
didn't
gonna
know.
do it the
Just kidding,
Saturday
Corey.
before Easter though?
That I'm not the committee member on,
Saying,
but
like,
No, I know. I'm just throwing
That's-
that out there so you could take that back to Parker Rotary on Thursday at noon.
okay, good to know.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take it to Poston
You're,
Rotary
and you're
on
talking
Monday at
about
1.
the Easter egg hunt, remember?
Yeah,
At the
don't worry about it.
Poston Rotary, or the Parker Rotary lunch?
I already did it.
Yeah, that was last week.
Oh, just kidding.
Yeah. He did that already.
He did.
Just kidding. Now I'm pulling a you.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't know what year it is. Okay. So if we do the 4th of July parade, I mean, that would be on 4th of July.
I just worry about putting it on.
That's what I'm saying. So do we not want to put it
I
on?
wouldn't.
Okay.
And if it happens, it happens.
Okay.
If it doesn't, I don't want to.
I didn't realize it was that same weekend, and there is already so much stuff going on that.
Yeah.
So to contemplate doing March 28th, is that just out of the
Yes.
realm? Too early?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Nope, not happening.
Okay.
Poor Corey, dude.
Wow, I'm
you
just
get hit.
spitballing ideas
It's not
here.
just you, but like you get hit with a lot right now being on Little League, and
But don't worry, skin's growing pretty thick. So
Yeah, we can't move Easter.
you should be part of the Parker Rotary.
No.
Then you could tell them.
Poston Rotary.
No.
Okay. So, are we good with these dates?
It's up to you guys.
No, but you put them all down. Yeah.
Down here.
Okay.
July
Okay.
27th, obviously Halloween, 10/31, Saturday, December 6th, Saturday, January 17th, and then April 4th.
Okay, is there a motion?
To approve the dates.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor?
aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion passes. Last one of the day, and I got it. I got it.
Hopefully for the color run, I'll have a tunnel and we can use the tunnel to
I would love that.
No, I've been trying for football.
I would
Wants a
love
Parker
that.
Panthers tunnel.
That's
first of all.
okay.
We
That's
can run through the Parker Panthers tunnel.
That's okay.
Just want a thing.
I wanted new uniforms for Parker Panthers.
What is this one? This is,
April 4th is Easter of
As the chamber, if you guys would like to waive my fees for this, would not be opposed. I'm just saying,
Do I need to sign
if they
that?
charge me.
Should I sign that? Or what are you asking?
Is it a park, well, it's a park event, but it's because the chamber is doing it at a park event, right? Is that why?
But it's in conjunction with,
But I made sure
us.
that they knew that Parks and Rec invited us because there wasn't enough vendors and we didn't just come to you guys and want to make money. That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
okay. Meeting is adjourned at 4:55.